welcome back to Good Day State Line. Metro Enforcement does so much more than just security. Brian and Tim will share all of that, plus they're hiring. Hello, thank you both for coming in today.
Thank you.
So let's get to know you a little bit first. Tell me about yourself.
I'm Tim Gentry. I work for Metro Enforcement. I'm also the COO of the company.
Okay. And how long has Metro Enforcement been a business?
We've started out in the early 70s.
Okay. And then we have Brian over here.
Brian Harrison. I'm a sergeant with Metro Enforcement. In addition to scheduling and doing different security jobs, I do their training for the officers. I've been in law enforcement since 1981, and when I retired from the Sheriff's Department, I went full-time with Metro, and find myself here today with you.
Yeah, well, thanks so much for coming. So you're going to tell us a little bit about Metro Enforcement.
Okay. Metro Enforcement, we're kind of a specialized private security firm. What we're looking for right now, we'd like to have some off-duty or former police officers, military, and highly motivated individuals come to apply with us.
Yeah, you're looking to build the people who are working for Metro Enforcement. That's why you're here today. And then you're also going to kind of show us what you guys carry around with you. So you brought everything.
We brought what?
Brian, tell me a little bit about this tool belt in front of me.
We call it a duty belt.
Okay.
There's a move afoot right now that is taking some of this off of the belt and putting on the weight-bearing vests, because they're finding that this is a lot of weight on the knees and shoulders. It's an officer preference and or a departmental policy as to which way you're going to carry it. This is the way I've carried my gear since I started. However, when I started, we started out with a handgun, some ammunition, handcuffs, and a baton.
This is more?
It's a lot more. During the time period, society's come to expect more out of law enforcement, and they've also come up with different force options that we didn't have back when I started. And we're going to talk a little bit about that. We're going to talk about the training first. Before you even put this on, we're going to train you in use of force policies, the law, criminal law and procedures, and so forth, as to when and what levels of force you can use. We have several just demonstrated right here on the belt, starting from my left, obviously, is pepper spray, which is an intermediate level of force for someone that's not in a deadly force type situation. Obviously, the handgun is for a deadly force situation. Very limited use. We try not to use it at all if we can. It's a last-ditch resort. Another medium force option is the baton. That's an expandable baton. It's carried that way because it's easier to carry on the belt, as opposed to the long wooden ones that we used to have. It's always there. It expands out to 24, 26 inches depending on the style and so forth. Obviously, handcuffs, you'll notice that we're carrying a couple different sets. There's reasons for that. Some of the teaching is strong hand handcuffing. If we have a very large individual, sometimes you can't get one handcuff on them. You've got to get both on so we can use it. Or you might have to arrest more than one individual. So we try to be redundant in the equipment that we carry because it's possible we might need it. Something new, not new, but since I started it came in, always carrying your rubber gloves. Because we're doing a lot of first aid and life-saving procedures because we get there for the fire department a lot of the time. And so we want to glove up and do universal protection so we don't bring get ourselves sick or bring that home to our families. Obviously, flashlights, 24/7, 365. We've got those available to us. We need those. Never know when you have to search a dark building. So it's just we have that available all the time with us too. Portable radio holder. Every one of the officers carries a portable radio because communications is awfully important when we're doing our job. Everyone's heard of the Taser.
I didn't know what that was. I was just looking at it waiting for you to get there.
Yeah, I thought you were.
Kind of looked like a Windex.
We've removed all the ammunition and cartridges from all the weapons.
Good plan.
But this is a Taser, X26P, conducted electrical weapon. Basically, if you've seen TV, they don't show it right all the time.
Okay.
What it's designed for, again, is at the assailant level, prior to deadly force, but above just the verbal troubles that we're getting from people. It's designed to lock up an individual so that we can get handcuffs on him and he stops fighting. Statistics show that this is a very good tool. When it works, there's always failures because you can't get around it. But when it works, they found statistically that 63% less injuries to officers and 40 to 50% less injuries to suspects when this is deployed. So instead of having to go hands-on, a very good tool to use.
We got two more things there, right?
Yes, we do. Ammunition for the handgun.
Okay.
So like I said, originally we train a lot in use of force policies. Every time we teach or qualify an officer, with their handgun or any of these tools. We go over when it can be used legally. However, the whole idea is not to have to use it. So
Sure.
we're really heavy now in teaching de-escalation skills, disengagement skills, calling for backup, trying to contain a situation until we can get more resources available. And so that's kind of a new trend in law enforcement. There's still going to be a place and a time that you may have to resort to that
Sure.
type of force, but we try not to. The other thing that we offer, in addition to uniform security, armed and unarmed, is we do training for industry. We've done a lot of bank training for their alarm response, what to do when the police get there if there's a bank robbery and so forth. And unfortunately, topical, we do training with for deadly force situations, active shooter situations.
Right.
Tailor it to the needs of the business that's at hand.
So you are hiring, and you can go to metroenforcement.com for details. Before we go to break, you wanted me to see how heavy
wanna
this
see how
is.
you-
All right, so let's see. It looks heavy, and you have to wear this at all times.
Right, this
You
is
don't
our
get a
duty.
break.
This is our duty belt. We carry it.
It really goes with this skirt.
Matches your eyes.
It does. My eyes are black. So, and you wear it like this?
Well, you have it a little bit further over. You're
Oh.
right-handed,
Yes.
so your duty weapon would be on that
Oh,
side.
so it's all kind of behind you.
Yes.
Which makes sense, I guess.
Yeah.
Because if it's in front of you, it'd be
Right,
that way.
right.
Okay, I'm ready.
It looks like you're ready to start training with Metro
I
Enforcement.
mean, maybe, but I'm sure that some people
Start
watching are
tomorrow?
definitely ready to start training, and they can get in on it. Metroenforcement.com for more details.
We did have one question, Michelle.
Oh, yeah?
Is it my understanding that the firemen are following us like usual?
We do have
We
a
seem to always get there
firefighter
first.
coming in next. We'll give him an opportunity to make a joke, too.
I'm sure they will.
Up next, it's time for some firefighter fun with Pink Heels. You don't want to miss it. Be right back with more Good Day Dayline.